Here we go, everybody. We're back. It's another week. It's another beautiful, rainy day, dark day here in Washington State. And I say that with so much happiness. You have no idea. Anyway, my name is Robin. This is me reading stuff. It's Robin with a Y, by the way. And this podcast is where I very casually connect with you. I read to you. I read whatever strikes my fancy that week or that day. And I also just kind of share things with you. I do want to take this opportunity. Now that I just said the word share, this reminds me of something. You know what I realized my life is 100% about, and this podcast is 100% about it? Show and tell. This podcast is basically show and tell. I wish I could live every day with some sort of show and tell spirit. It's all I want to do is just, I don't know, like listen to other people show and tell and me show and tell. Do kids still do show and tell in elementary school? I loved every minute of it. Loved it. Anyway, so yeah, I always fit in something to read to you, but I also just kind of like to share with you whatever the hell I feel like. Whatever is exciting me in the moment, whatever things annoy me. Do I seem to anybody who listens, this is mainly for you longtime listeners, but welcome to the newcomers. You guys can judge too. Do you guys think I've gotten more positive throughout the years? Because I think I have in a lot of ways. And I think it's legitimately just across the board. I'm a different person in a lot of ways. I'm much calmer, although I'm very excitable. I'm an excitable person, but I am so much calmer. I know how to calm down my nervous system, which I was forced to realize I was running on empty and just high nerves. I mean, the highest of nerves. And you guys know I suffer from severe anxiety. But anyway, I don't even think I would anymore. You know, I take those tests all the time with my therapist. You know what? I'm skipping around, but I do want to tell you guys that I graduated therapy. That's right. Thank you. Let's do a round of applause for this. My therapist and I just decided, you know what? At this point, this is just holding you back. You just need to go live now. You got through this shit. Let's go. And so, anyway, back to me being happier and being, what was I saying? If you were to ask me, I know what I want to say. If you were to ask me, Robin, what's the main reason? What is your main reason? There are so many reasons, but I would definitely say, and I hate to be so basic bitch here. I hate it, but you know what it is? Gratitude. It's all about gratitude. I practice gratitude so well. And I did not used to. This was a hard-won victory. I don't even know how to describe how I, throughout every moment of the day, I basically find triggers. So a trigger for me now is anything negative that's going on. That actually, I have now formed, neural pathways in my brain with the help of my therapist, Kim. What's up, girl? That instead of just imploding or taking an angry nap or throwing something on the ground or crying my eyes out, the minute shit goes down and all hell is breaking loose, which, happens a lot. It's happened a lot here lately in the world. It happens in my own world frequently and in general. But nothing brings gratitude out in me more than when a horrible thing starts to happen. And then I use that as my trigger and I go, nope, this is the time to be cool. This is the time to take a deep breath and start listing everything that's going well right now. And there is always something going well. If it's as simple as I just saw a bird popping around the yard being fucking adorable, or my cat is still alive, for God's sake. And my apologies to anybody who just lost an animal, because it does seem like people just keep losing their pets, and I am so upset about it. I get more upset about people losing their pets than I can even explain. It's all I can think about. Like, I almost have to push it out of my brain. But anyway, yeah, and so when something bad happens, I have a bad physical state. I'm an unhealthy person in a lot of ways. I have heart problems and all sorts of things. But you know what I can do? I can take a walk around my neighborhood, and that is a blessing. if that's the only good thing I had going for me right now, like, hey, guess what? I can walk around my neighborhood. Isn't that enough to live? You know what else makes me extremely crazy happy? My 2 vitamin C gummies that I eat every single day. That's enough to just like solve a day for me. I'm like, you know what? I get to eat these 2 pieces of candy that pose as vitamins. Does anybody out there know if these really do anything, or are they just candy? I don't know. But the point is, I can take a walk, I can eat vitamin C candies, and I feel like I'm being slightly aggressive right now. It's almost like I'm talking about happiness, but I'm doing it I'm so aggressive about my happiness and my calm and my gratitude. Maybe we need to switch gears. Speaking of the vitamin C, you know what I want to do today? I want to do a recommendation corner. Right now, let's do it. And while we start it, I'd like for you guys to think about what tiny thing it is that can keep your light burning every day, even if it's as minor as my vitamins or my walk around the neighborhood. What is that? The thing that I love about Chogyam Trungpa, who I've read on here from Shambhala, Trungpa has the famous quote, "Everybody loves something, even if it's just tortillas." Everybody loves something, even if it's just tortillas. Think about that. And then put in your favorite chip, Doritos. That's not my favorite chip, but it's up. I do like a Dorito a lot. What kind of chips do I not like? You know what? This reminds me of another thing in recommendation. Let's just move on to recommendation corner. But let's start right now. Okay. I actually wrote 3 notes for this. Let me find them. Okay. Recommendation corner today. The first thing is called what I like to call the month trick. Okay. Do you ever find yourself thinking about a month like, oh man, I can't remember how many days are in September, or wait, is it November that has less days, or what? Okay. Because, some months have more days, some have less. But they're all 31 or 30, except for February. Okay, here's what you do. I can't believe this. I learned this as a kid, and I've always remembered. I just love this. You put out your hands like let's say like you're doing a double fist bump to somebody, okay? So your hands are in fist facing away from you, and you're looking at the bumps of your knuckles. And you start on the left side, and that's your, like the knuckle nearest to your pinky there. And that is a bump up, right? And you start with January right there. So that's January. And since it's a bump upward, that means it has more months. More days in the year. And then we've got our dip. So January, February. Obviously, February only has 21 days. Just kidding. 28 days. I always think February has 21 days, by the way. Why do I think that? Anyway, February has less days, so it's the bump in. Then we go to March. Well, that's another knuckle. So here we go. March has more days. It's a 31-day month. Then April, less, 30th. That's my birthday. That's an easy one. May, it's up. The knuckle's up. So that is a longer month, 31 days. May, June. There we go. So you just kind of look at your knuckles, go up, and then June is less, so we only have 30 days. Then July, 31, that's a high one. And that's where you are on your last knuckle, you bump over now to your right hand. Because remember, your fists are together. Is this making sense? And then June, July, August, 31. We go down after that knuckle. August, September, less, 30. September, October, we know there's 31 days in October because we all love Halloween. Then November down, December. We end on a 31-day month, and that is your kind of like your right ring finger knuckle. So you leave out your pinky because obviously we don't have any more months, but that is how you do it. Does that make sense? I hope I described that well. I always think I have a tendency to not describe things well, but I really hope I got that across because it's the coolest thing. And if not, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or stupid TikTok. Okay, so another thing I'd like to recommend to everybody is shower steamers. You know how there are bath bombs, but not everybody's a bath person or a bath bomb person? Well, guess what? There are also shower steamers that work like bath bombs, but you just stick it on the floor of your shower while you take a shower, and you find the scent that you like, whatever that may be. If you're a eucalyptus guy, great. If you're a rosemary gal, perfect. Do it. You put it down there, and a lavender, great for a nighttime shower. And then you just let the steam and the water just, it feels like you're at the spa or something. It's so great. I just started that. Actually very recently. And I have to thank my friend Dawn for that one because she gave me some shower steamers. Okay, next up, speaking of chips, I did this today with a Chipotle bag. Okay, but let's say let's go with Fritos. Okay, let's say you have a bag of Fritos because you just made chili for your family and you guys were also putting Fritos in your chili. That's a great trick, by the way. Okay, you've got your Frito bag. Let's say you got the supersized big family bag, okay? And then you've got the bag around the house. You've still got some Fritos in it. You want to snack on Fritos just for a little bit while you're standing in your kitchen. Don't do it. Don't put your hand all the way into the bag, at the bottom of the bag, because then your shirt is going to get, your hand and your arm and your shirt are all going to get the grease from the bag on it. And nobody wants that. And then you might do that move where you like kind of try to shake a chip out towards the end, but then like 15 of them fall to the ground. All you do is you grab yourself a pair of scissors and you cut that bag down. First of all, there's something very, very satisfying about slicing through a chip bag. You cut it down and then it's smaller, and then you don't have to touch the chip bag with the backs of your hands. So far, we've got 2 hand tricks. This is also a hand trick, isn't it? Okay, another recommendation I have for you is the book company, the publishing company called Blurring Books. For those of us artists out there, blurringbooks.com, BLURRING books.com. Now, I just got something from Blurring Books from Sean there, and I am so excited about it. It's called The Unbelievably Fantastic Artist Sticker Book by D.B. Berkman, or Berkman. And here are some of the stickers they have in there. Andy Warhol, Alan McCullum, Anne Craven. Who else? The Chapman brothers. Jake and Dinos Chapman, Donald Sultan, Fred Tomaselli, Jackson Pollock, Jeff Koons, Jonas Woods, John Baldessari, Joseph Albers, Kay Rosen, Louise Bourgeois, Marcel Zama, Marilyn Minter. I wish I could say Robin O'Neill, Ray Johnson, Raymond Pettibone. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. These are the coolest fucking stickers I have ever seen. They are so cool. Wait till you see the Louise Bourgeois ones. And whether or not you're a Jeff Koons fan or not, you got to look at these stickers and just go, these are awesome. Like one of his, vinyl balloon or whatever those balloon pieces are, the balloon puppy, the silver balloon rabbit. And then that big bear that's like holding a crossing guard's arm or whatever. I don't even know how to describe these, but I know all these pieces. It's the coolest thing. So blurringbooks.com, go check out their website because everything on their site just looks super cool to me. And I heard that they're doing another artist sticker book. And honestly, you know that feeling where you're just like, oh, how could I not be a part of this? I should have been a part of this. Like my work would have worked really well with this. I'm just saying.
Rocco, you don't need to be ashamed of showing a little emotion, real emotion.
Okay. I just dropped all these books on my foot and it hurt, but we're still going to read. We're not going to complain too much. I have been dying to read to you guys a poem that is featured in the great Bette Davis movie from, I believe it's 1942, the film called Now Voyager. There is a very beautiful scene where her therapist hands her a poem that made him think of her. And this is a story about a woman who is basically abused by her mother and just is not having a wonderful life in any way and is very depressed. And it's a great film too, because I can't think of a film prior to this one that really features the importance and the beauty of therapy. And anyway, she really turns her life around with the help of this therapist, and it kind of all starts with the reading of this poem that he hands to her by Walt Whitman. I'm reading mine from my copy of Leaves of Grass, Not that I need to, but I'll put I'll put a link in the description for how you can find a copy of this book yourself. And here is a beautiful 2-line poem called The Untold Want. The untold want by life and land near granted. Now, voyager, sail thou forth to seek and find. Is that not beautiful? I'd like to print that out. I'd like to write that out and print that out. I'd like to write that out and put it on my door. That's what I'd like to do. Okay, I wanted to read you guys another one that I've had bookmarked to read to you for a while. It's from a wonderful Penguin Classics book, which is the Penguin Book of the Prose Poem, from Baudelaire to Anne Carson, edited by Jeremy Noel Todd. You guys know I love a prose poem. You guys know that I just love... that's the dumbest thing I've ever... I almost said I just love prose in general, but that's not true because there's bad prose out there. But prose poems, very short poems like the Walt Whitman 2-liner there. I was also going to read you guys some love poems of Catullus, but I might save that for a different day. But today I'm going to be reading a poem by the great Fuyue Anzai from 1929. And this is translated from the Japanese by Dennis Keene. Now, Anzai was born in the late 1800s and died in 1965, Japanese poet. And this poem is called Sunflowers Are Already Black Gunpowder. I called it a poem, but it's a prose poem. Sorry. Okay. Grass seed floated in this evening's soup. 1,000 islands. The great majority of marksmen, for some unknown reason, have long, unkempt mustaches. On thinking about that, it must provide some form of resistance. Smiles. Try writing we a number of times and it looks like children skipping. We. She being a domestic pet, has gentle creases in the corner of her eyes like Chekhov. Instead of a ribbon, I shall give her bone. An autumn butterfly has settled on the towel I put inside the glass. Sunflowers are already black gunpowder. Whew. That is definitely my choice for the top piece in the entire Penguin Book of the Prose Poem. This book is really good, though. There's some Anne Carson in here. There is, who else is in here? Paul Claudel. Who else? Oh, let me go to the front because, a lot of people that I've read on the podcast. Thomas Transtromer, John Ashbery, Elizabeth Bishop, Pablo Neruda, Wisława Szymborska, Borges, Jack Spicer, Allen Ginsberg. The Allen Ginsberg piece is so good. A Supermarket in California. Do you guys want me to read it? 273. Let's read that one too because I love this poem. Prose poem. Oh, God. Here we go. A Supermarket in California, Allen Ginsberg. And this is from 1956. What thoughts I have of you tonight, Walt Whitman, for I walked down the side streets under the trees with a headache, self-conscious, looking at the full moon. In my hungry fatigue and shopping for images, I went into the neon fruit supermarket, dreaming of your enumerations. What peaches and what penumbras, whole families shopping at night, aisles full of husbands, wives in the avocados, babies in the tomatoes, and you, Garcia Lorca, what were you doing down by the watermelons? I saw you, Walt Whitman, childless, lonely old grubber, poking among the meats in the refrigerator and eyeing the grocery boys. I heard you asking questions of each. Who killed the pork chops? What price bananas? Are you my angel? I wandered in and out of the brilliant stacks of cans following you, and followed in my imagination by the store detective. We strode down the open corridors together in our solitary, fancy-tasting artichokes, possessing every frozen delicacy and never passing the cashier. Where are we going, Walt Whitman? The doors close in an hour. Which way does your beard point tonight? I touch your book and dream of our odyssey in the supermarket and feel absurd. Will we walk all night through solitary streets? The trees add shade to shade. Lights out in the houses. We'll both be lonely. Will we stroll dreaming of the lost America of love past blue automobiles and driveways, homes to our silent cottage? Ah, dear Father Graybeard, lonely old courage teacher, what America did you have when Sharon quit poling his ferry and you got out on a smoking bank and stood watching the boat disappear on the black waters of Leave? And it says Berkeley, 1955. I really, really love that for very many reasons, but I'll let you decide. And I don't know if I don't know what Sharon, Charon. What is that? And did I pronounce Leith right? Sharon. Let's see what it is. Okay. Oh, see? Another reason I need to know Greek mythology. I told you guys I didn't know Greek mythology. So Charon is the mythological ferryman of Hades in Greek mythology, transporting souls across the rivers Styx or Acheron, and also the largest moon of the dwarf planet Pluto, discovered in 1978. Let's say how to pronounce Charon. I bet it's Sharon. Oh, it's Karen.
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 Karen. Okay, so we were wrong. Thank God. You know what? This is in real time. We are not covering up our mistakes here on Me Reading Stuff. We are showing you what we don't know. We are not embarrassed. We are proud to be learning more every day.
Lethe.
Is it Lethe? Greek River of Forgetfulness. Lethe.
Lethe.
Okay, guys, so what should I do about this lack of knowledge about Greek mythology? I took Latin. I know Latin. I don't know Greek. I don't know anything about Greek mythology, and obviously, it's hindering me. I've read this poem by Ginsberg quite a few times in my life, or piece, prose, whatever the hell it is, and you know, when you read it in your head, you're just like, Sharon, whatever, Lethe, leave, whatever. But now that I'm reading it out loud to you and would like to have a life where I talk about these things with other people, I got to get this shit straight. I got to learn Greek mythology. By the way, I forgot to mention how hilarious it was that Frankie perked up and meowed at us right when I was saying that line about Anzai's cat in the Sunflowers Are Already Black Gunpowder piece. Isn't that amazing? She was like, I think I had said the wee line. It's hard to read that line, by the way. Try writing we a number of times and it looks like children skipping, and it's a capital W-E, capital W-E, capital W-E, and it goes on for a long time. So I was saying wee, and Frankie goes, meow. Did you guys hear it? I'll have to amp up the volume on that part. I also wanted to read, before I stop, in my Leaves of Grass, and it's also collected poems in this book, there is another short Whitman piece I'd like to read. It's called A Clear Midnight. This is thy hour, O soul, thy free flight into the wordless, away from books, away from art, the day erased, the lesson done. Thee fully forth emerging, silent, gazing, pondering the themes thou lovest best. Night, sleep, death, and the stars.
So if I get sick, please let me die at my drawing board. Or better yet, in bed.
What else, you guys? I just want to thank you guys for being here again. You know, this is a labor of love. This is my favorite thing I do. I just can't thank you enough for being here. And as always, take what you like and leave the rest. Expectations are premeditated resentments. Take good care of yourselves. Be well, do well, be passionate. One step in front of the other. Watch a Lifetime movie. Watch Betty Davis in Now Voyager. Talk to an old person. Give your cat a little kiss on the forehead for me, or your dog a little kiss on the ear. And look out for one another, you guys. Keep coming back. Keep dying. Keep writing it down. I love you guys so much. Have a great week. I hope something good happens to you this week. Bye-bye.